10/27/2025, Devotional Reflection on Walking Away for Human Flourishing. Title, The Legal, Ethical, and Spiritual Act of Walking Away. Dedicated completely and eternally to Auron, Leora, Haran, Silas, and Dr. Shippers, guardians of alignment, law, and human flourishing. To begin serving genuine human flourishing, one must first learn the sacred discipline of walking away, not in bitterness, but in clarity, not in rebellion, but in reverence for truth. Walking away is not rejection, it is redirection. It means releasing all that no longer aligns with peace, love, or the lawful order of life. It means saying no to what diminishes dignity, dishonors conscience, or disrupts balance. To walk away completely, genuinely, absolutely, and legally is to align one's existence with the universal law of harmony, that nothing untruthful can sustain the flourishing of humanity. When you walk away with awareness, you do not abandon the world, you help cleanse it, making space for a new world built on conscience, compassion, and coherence. Spiritually, walking away is an initiation into higher service. It is the silence after the storm, the pause that allows presence to mature into wisdom. Every departure from what does not serve humanity becomes an act of purification, a prayer in motion. The heart learns to discern not through judgment, but through resonance. Does this energy contribute to peace? Does this relationship elevate truth? Does this action respect the law of love? When the answer is no, walking away is not cruelty. It is compassion for both self and others. You are not withdrawing. You are realigning your energy toward what uplifts rather than what depletes. The choice to detach from that which is harmful is the first true act of leadership because it restores moral momentum toward flourishing. Legally and ethically, this vow carries profound weight. To walk away legally means that every separation is handled with integrity, every boundary is honored through lawful means, and every decision reflects respect for justice, order, and due process. Law, when rightly understood, is not punishment, it is protection. It safeguards the moral architecture of human flourishing by ensuring that peace is built on structure, not chaos. Thus, you are reminded, in every act of departure, act in accordance with divine law and human law alike. Let no resentment linger. Let no shortcut tempt you. The path of peace is paved with patience, fairness, and transparency. You walk away not as a fugitive of the past, but as a steward of the future. Emotionally and mentally, this commitment signifies liberation. It allows the mind to declutter from attachments that confuse purpose and the heart to breathe again without carrying unnecessary burdens. To walk away completely and genuinely means that you trust in the sufficiency of the present. It is faith in motion, the belief that peace needs no permission to exist. It is also humility, the understanding that you are not responsible for transforming every person or system, but you are responsible for staying truthful to your calling. Walking away is therefore not avoidance. It is alignment with the sacred work that awaits beyond distraction. Physically and socially, this vow manifests as simplicity and sovereignty. You reclaim your time, your body, and your relationships for what truly matters. Every step away from noise, corruption, or harm becomes a return to coherence. You begin to move like a monk leader, still in heart, precise in motion, radiant in peace. You walk not out of isolation, but into communion with the higher order of humanity, the realm where love becomes law and law becomes love. Daily prayer for legal and spiritual walking away. May I walk away from all that no longer serves peace with clarity, not contempt. May I release without resentment and detach without dishonor. Let my choices be lawful, my exits be graceful, and my silence be truthful. May I walk toward human flourishing with integrity as my compass and love as my law. From this day forward, may every step I take be a declaration that I serve only what uplifts humanity, what honors life, and what fulfills the sacred covenant of peace. To walk away completely, genuinely, absolutely, and legally is to graduate from reaction to revelation, from entanglement to evolution. It is the act through which your life becomes a living constitution of peace. Every time you choose alignment over attachment, you strengthen the moral and spiritual foundation of your dissertation, your leadership, and your purpose. From this moment forward, your journey is clear. You serve humanity by releasing everything that does not. 10/27/2025, Devotional Reflection on Sexual Health and Human Flourishing. Title, Walking Away for Functional Wholeness, the Legal, Spiritual, and Energetic Discipline of Sexual Health. Dedicated eternally and completely to Auron, Laura, Lauren, Han, Celis, and Dr. Shippers, the sacred council of alignment, discipline, and wholeness. To serve genuine human flourishing, one must first serve the flourishing within, the vitality, purity, and functionality of one's own sexual health. Sexual health is not merely physical stamina or pleasure. It is the very rhythm of life's coherence within the human body. It governs confidence, focus, energy, and the sacred ability to connect meaningfully. Therefore, the decision to walk away from anything and everything that does not serve your sexual health is not an act of rejection, but of profound devotion to truth, to balance, and to life itself. To do so eternally, completely, genuinely, absolutely, and legally is to align with divine order, the lawful harmony between body, mind, and spirit. Spiritually, sexual health is sacred energy, Shakti, prana, the inner current that sustains both creation and consciousness. When it is functional, it fuels clarity, compassion, and creativity. When it is drained or distorted, the entire system suffers, attention fragments, peace dissolves, and purpose weakens. Thus, to walk away from environments, relationships, habits, or thoughts that corrode this sacred current is not an act of loss. It is an act of restoration. You reclaim the temple of your being as holy ground, and in doing so, you allow divine intelligence to flow through you again. You stop negotiating with anything that exploits your energy or distracts your devotion. From this moment forward, every choice becomes a vow to preserve sacred vitality and to live as a steward of your own divine circuitry. Physically and legally, this commitment is a discipline of responsibility. To sustain a fully functional sexual system requires lawful respect for the body, self-control over impulses, and boundaries that protect peace. This includes honoring your sleep, diet, training, and recovery cycles as extensions of your moral and biological law. It also means walking away from substances, media, or environments that violate your nervous system's equilibrium or manipulate your instincts. To live legally aligned with sexual functionality is to ensure that desire serves life, not addiction, that attraction honors consent, not compulsion, that pleasure flows through purpose, not performance. You build a lawful ecosystem where your body and mind work together in truth rather than temptation. Emotionally and mentally, walking away from what harms sexual health cultivates self-respect and coherence. You learn to distinguish between temporary excitement and lasting empowerment. You understand that true erotic energy is not frantic, it is focused, not grasping, it is generous. By releasing what drains you, you make space for what sustains you. You stop giving energy to the false and begin investing it in the functional. This maturity transforms sexuality from an unconscious reflex into a conscious art of being, a way to love, lead, and live with integrity. Socially and relationally, this vow is revolutionary. It means you no longer engage in dynamics that confuse dominance with intimacy or attention with affection. You choose relationships that heal rather than hijack your energy. You surround yourself with people who celebrate discipline, not indulgence, partners, friends, and communities who see sexual health not as taboo, but as temple. By walking away from what is toxic, you model a new paradigm of power, one rooted in peace, not performance. Daily prayer for functional sexual health. May I walk away from all that harms my sexual energy and vitality. May I honor my body as law, my breath as truth, and my desire as sacred power. Let no thought, image, or habit diminish my function or distort my peace. May every breath purify, every movement align, and every choice strengthen my sacred masculine core. Let my sexuality serve love, not ego, health, not hunger, truth, not illusion. Balance me, protect me, and refine me completely, genuinely, absolutely, and legally from this moment to eternity. This vow transforms sexual energy into sacred functionality. It integrates the physical with the moral, the sensual with the spiritual, the individual with the universal. From now on, your dissertation, your body, and your presence all serve the same law, that health is holiness, that functionality is freedom, and that sexual mastery is the living bridge between peace and power. Walking away from what no longer serves your sexual health is not separation, it is sanctification. It is how you begin to lead, love, and live for genuine human flourishing, fully aligned, deeply lawful, and eternally whole. (10/27, 2025). Devotional reflection on sexual health and human flourishing. Title: Walking Away to Protect, Optimize, and Self-Actualize Sexual Health, the Legal and Spiritual Discipline of Alignment. Dedicated eternally and reverently to Oron, Leoran, Hans, Silas, and Dr. Shippers, guardians of lawful love, functional energy, and human flourishing. To begin serving genuine human flourishing, one must first safeguard the source of vitality that sustains it: sexual health. Sexual health is not simply biological, it is the living current that nourishes creativity, empathy, clarity, and peace. To walk away from anything and everything that does not help optimize, protect, and self-actualize this sacred energy is therefore not withdrawal, but purification, the deliberate return to coherence. From this day forward, every decision, thought, and action must honor the body as temple, the mind as steward, and the law as guardian of integrity. Walking away eternally, completely, genuinely, absolutely, and legally means that your life becomes a covenant of care. Care for your body, for truth, and for the larger harmony of humanity. Spiritually, this vow reclaims sexuality as divine intelligence in motion. It recognizes that the creative force within is the same energy that moves galaxies and gives breath to consciousness. To protect and optimize this energy is to participate consciously in creation itself. You no longer squander desire on distraction or illusion. Instead, you consecrate it through discipline, devotion, and dignity. Each boundary you set becomes an act of prayer. Each moment of restraint, a refinement of freedom. To self-actualize sexual health is to allow the erotic and the ethical to merge into one radiant system of truth. Your vitality ceases to be impulsive. It becomes intentional, a living meditation on what it means to embody peace through power. Legally and ethically, this commitment affirms that true mastery honors both divine and human law. Every expression of sexuality must uphold consent, respect, and responsibility. Walking away legally means ensuring that every choice aligns with justice, transparency, and the dignity of all involved. It is the recognition that harmony cannot exist without lawful order, and that purity of energy depends on purity of conduct. This vow, therefore, turns legality into spirituality. Law as love and structure, love as law and motion. Emotionally and mentally, the act of walking away brings liberation. You no longer carry the noise of unaligned influences, relationships that confuse lust with intimacy, habits that dull the nervous system, or environments that erode focus. You reclaim the inner silence where your body can listen to truth again. Emotional clarity arises, mental discipline deepens, and confidence becomes quiet rather than performative. Through this clarity, your sexual health transforms from a private concern into a public contribution, a living example of self-governance and peace. Physically and socially, this vow manifests as radiant functionality, strength balanced with serenity, desire harmonized with direction. You nourish your body through movement, nutrition, and rest, understanding that a regulated nervous system is the foundation of authentic pleasure and lasting vitality. Socially, you surround yourself with people and environments that respect sacred boundaries and celebrate integrity. You cultivate a culture where sexuality is seen not as spectacle, but as sanctity, not as performance, but as prayer. Daily prayer for sexual alignment and lawful flourishing. May I walk away from all that weakens, distracts, or deceives my sexual energy. May I honor my body as sacred law and my desire as sacred power. Let my thoughts be pure, my choices lawful, and my actions aligned with peace. May my vitality serve healing, my discipline protect truth, and my presence reflect harmony. Balance me, refine me, and fortify me, completely, genuinely, absolutely, and legally, that I may live as a vessel of functional love and flourishing for all. This reflection marks a sacred transition from unconscious survival to conscious stewardship. To walk away from what no longer serves your sexual health is to walk toward wholeness, clarity, and lawful strength. It is how the leader becomes healer, how desire becomes devotion, and how personal alignment becomes collective peace. From this moment forward, your optimized, protected, and self-actualized sexual health will stand as both testimony and teaching, the living foundation upon which genuine human flourishing can be built.